That's what I'm saying.
Now, the woman you are looking at, Georgia Tann, or Tann, not sure how to actually pronounce it, it's Tann. She's a horrible lady, known for 5,000 kidnappings plus. They're not sure the actual number, it's well over 5,000, I'm sure. And for the killing of at least 500 of those kids. And what is this woman famous for? Let's get into it. For more than 2 decades, Georgia Tann ran a lucrative child kidnapping and adoption ring. As executive director of the Tennessee Children's Home Society, Tann got rich stealing babies from their parents and adopting them out to unsuspecting families. More than 5,000 children were snatched by Tann, and at least 500 children are believed to have died under her care. Now, her actual name is Alua Georgia Tann, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. She was born in 1891, named after her father, a powerful judge, as you can see right there. And she actually wanted to be a judge too, but her family pursued her to get a career in social work. And in 1922, her powerful father used his political influence to get her a job as the executive secretary at the Memphis branch of the Tennessee Children's Home Society, where she then staged a coup, took over by 1829, and named herself as executive director. The article here says stealing children wasn't a small business. During the 21 years she was in charge of the society, she made more than $1 million from stealing children, which is about $11 million in today's money. And it says she didn't do it alone. She had an extensive child trafficking ring with required connections and powerful people and bosses and everything else, which sort of explains why her father, the judge, pushed her into becoming this social worker. Did he want access to children? I don't know, a lot of these elites, a lot of these Illuminatists, a lot of these politicians or whatever, these Epstein type people seem to be attracted to little kids, whether it's for sexual reasons or power reasons, or they want a kid themselves, or if you want to get deeper and darker, for blood sacrifices and that type of deal. You know, it all ties back into the old world religions, the Kabbalah, the Aleister Crowley type stuff that everyone seems to be obsessed with these days. And another thing to sort of steer it towards the Satanist and the Illuminati and stuff like that is that this Tann was also in a same-sex partner. So she was a lesbian in the 20s in America, and she was in charge of children. And the story is 5,000 kids and 500 dead, and a bunch adopted out. And I'm sure you're just thinking, well, you know, this is social workers placing kids in orphanages and stuff like that, but it's a lot more, it's a lot deeper. Like I said, there's a reason why her father, the powerful judge, pushed her into this position. And it says here, to kidnap and traffic her victims, she paid off a network of social workers, police officers, doctors, and lawyers. She would kidnap kids from preschools, playgrounds, churches. She would prey on poor children and families who didn't have a means to fight back. I mean, it's very extensive. There was a lot of people involved in this. Is this still going on? I'm sure it is all over the place, the entire country. As it says here, in the era before internet, with few phones, she relied on her network of spotters. They would alert Tann to the children on riverbanks in shanty towns or walking home from school, and she would drive up in her big black car and offer them rides. She was also in cahoots with local judges who helped procure children. Like I said, that's why her father pushed her into that position, so they could get their hands on kids. She made a lot of money, as you can see here. Tann moved her merchandise $1,000 per head, or $10,000 today, so $10,000 per kid. She had her hands on so many stolen kids that she would run ads in local papers, because you gotta remember, this is before the internet, before Facebook and telecommunications and text messages, where if you stole a kid from a county away, people might not know where that kid is. It could take years if they ever found that kid. If you stole him from a state away, you're never going to find him. So, I mean, that's what you're dealing with here. So, she would actually run ads in newspapers like this. They'd like to be your Christmas gift. And then in the 1940s, she developed a new publicity stunt. It would raffle 20 to 30 babies off every year as the Christmas baby giveaway in newspapers. For $25, about $350 today, purchasers could buy as many raffle tickets as they want. She'd pocket tens of thousands of dollars. Holders assumed went to the home society, but it actually went to her pocket because the kids weren't legally adoptable. They were stolen from poor people and sold to the rich. And as for the 500 kids that they know are dead, I mean, there could be a lot more, plenty more that are dead. What they say about that is, if an infant was deemed too weak, it might be just left out in the sun to die. If a child had a congenital disease or was considered too ugly or too old to be of use, Tann would have people get rid of them. Many were buried on the property, right there. Nobody knows what they would do or if they would bury them alive. I mean, it's a crazy, disgusting, long story. And these are some of the survivors here. They don't know who they are, where they come from. They're starting to put the story together. This is why this is all coming to light. These poor kids were taken from their parents and scattered all across the country to rich parents that could pay for them. And sadly, the kids that they couldn't make a buck off, instead of still adopting them out to a family that would be happy to have a baby, they unfortunately buried them, got rid of them. For nearly 2 decades, Tann was able to keep this going with her lawyer friends and her judge friends and all the big ups and all the big wigs helping her cover it up all over the place. Police, detectives, chiefs of police, doctors, all sorts of people involved on this child trafficking ring. But in 1950, a new governor in the state of Tennessee was elected, and he started cracking down and made the announcements and was gonna press charges and prosecute. But unfortunately, Tann herself was never held accountable. 3 days later, she died at home slipping into a mysterious coma from untreated uterine cancer. And as for her cronies and buddies, not too many of them are named or known, but it says here, Judge Camille Kelly, who had worked closely with Tann, quietly resigned. And after that judge quietly resigned, within the last few days of the 1950 year, doors of the Tennessee Children's Home Society were closed for good. But unfortunately, no one was ever prosecuted for their role in the black market baby ring. No one. I mean, not one person was ever prosecuted, punished, had to pay for anything. So if you were one of these people, adopted, or brothers or sisters were kidnapped or stolen, went missing, you should maybe look into this, maybe give your DNA towards the studies. I will leave the links. Come over, check out the story yourself. This is important stuff. Just goes to show you, Epstein, John Wayne Gacy, all these people, they're not the first, they're not the last. I mean, I've seen reports where Gacy asked who else they arrested. Obviously, there was other people involved in his ring. These rings are everywhere. These Satanists are everywhere. These people that use children for sexual practices, sexual magic like Aleister Crowley, or just ritualistic sacrifices. It's out there, people. It's a lot more vividly out there than you might want to admit or know about. So in other words, it's the same story, always on repeat since the beginning of time until right now. Kids are being stolen, kidnapped, abused, tortured, raped, sold on the black market for organs, sold on the black market for parents that just want to have kids, used as ritual sacrifices. Really have to keep an eye on our kids, keep an eye on the people that are in the positions of power. Where do they really come from? Why are they really there? How evil are they really? Most of them seem to have shady backstories and all sorts of family ties into this and that and the other, and it comes out stories like this. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date on all of our new videos.